I'm nervous about my side profile.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to it.
Hello.
And today we have another guest, Makenna.
Already?
Hi.
She's our second guest, and we're so excited. And
I'm
she's
so
excited. Yeah, today we're gonna basically just kind of be talking about traveling, like all the travel stories and future travel plans and all the stuff. So our dumb idea of the week. Who would like to go first?
Okay. The reason I wanted to do this podcast is because like the bleach got to my head. Like I'm so like stupid sometimes, and I have the slowest like realizations like ever. But I had like many to choose from, but the one that I'm gonna end up picking is like a drum roll or something. But the one I'm gonna end up picking, because I still don't know it, is what is the logo of the USPS thing? Like is it an umbrella? Like
What?
an umbrella?
What is it?
I thought it was just a patch.
Hold on. I'm gonna look this
USPS
up.
thing. Like it looks like an umbrella. Like
I
I was
don't know
driving,
what
I was
you're
like,
Talking about.
It just looks...
no,
like a
the
badge.
USPS, not UPS. It's the United States Postal Service.
Oh. See, that's where we're dumb. This?
Yes,
That's-
that looks like an umbrella.
It's an
It's
eagle. It's
Oh.
like a
What? You know what I always thought? Look at it. I always saw these were like weird little hands opening a letter. Like I thought the inside thing was a letter, and there was this like weird art of someone like peeling the letter open.
Like abstract.
Yeah, abstract like
Oh
opening
my
a
God.
letter.
I'm
I thought it
pretty
was an
sure-
umbrella.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
it's
even
like an
see an
eagle.
umbrella there.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't see umbrella.
It's like one of those like depressed things. Like when you're depressed and you would go to like therapy and like, oh, what do you see
Yeah.
in this
What do you
image?
see?
I really do not see an umbrella like at all. Like
Me
I'm
neither.
trying.
Like it's like the wrinkles. Like the white is like the wrinkles in it.
Huh?
It's like
Like,
that's
is it
like the
sideways?
point. Yeah, it's sideways. It's like, and it's closed.
Okay, you're. That's.
There's absolutely no way that could look like an umbrella.
Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an eagle because they're like so fast, like they're flying
That
and they
makes
can get
sense.
to
Well,
you.
my packages get lost all the time, so.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was good. An umbrella.
Hmm.
That's one time I had a revelation that the Target logo was in fact
A Target.
a Target.
I also had
I've
another
always
realization
known
this
that.
week, like Uncrustable is because there's no crust on it.
This
That's
week,
That's crazy.
That was my other dumb idea.
that's
What-
wild.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was just a cute name that like went along with
Oh.
like a sandwich ringtone. Like because like to me there's still a crust on an Uncrustable.
No, there's
Technically,
not.
I mean, like they're like the
Like
little
the little
lip.
seam.
Yeah.
It's gross
That's-
as well as a crust. So
I mean, I don't
Nah.
think that. I would
I don't
count
like
that as like an outer layer. Like yeah, like it is
Yeah, it's a
sort of a crust, but it's not like a crust.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not a crust because the crust has to be
actual
the
crust
outer layer that is like the hard
on the
crust.
bread.
I
Yeah.
guess. I
You
know
know,
that.
the main like snack, and I didn't even have these a lot that like bring me back to nostalgia, is the Trix yogurt with the swirl, like the blue and red yogurt.
Oh.
It's like in
yeah.
the little plastic cups.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I get reminded of those like every day of my life. And I
Really?
didn't even
That's
have
weird.
them that much.
When I think of like
and
a
I
It's a
still-
weird
I can
Roman
still
Empire.
taste them.
when I think of like a
Ew.
nostalgic snack, I think of like those little tiny like Cheez-Its and like cookies.
Yes.
Like the tiny ones.
The
and then you
teensy
like
little
you're
ones.
like
I don't
yeah,
know.
I never did that, but
you can cut that part out.
No, you should see what I do. It's bad. Here's my dumb idea. I was getting water from my fridge. And I had a glass. Okay, I put it in the fridge, and I did that like automatic feature thing.
Yeah.
Where like it just like pours in there because I was making a sandwich. Okay. Then I walk over and I open the fridge door and I like swing it open. And it didn't like fall and break because here I forgot that my cup was there, and I'm like doing it, and I slam it shut, and then I'm like, because like there's my cup, and there's like
It's ready.
there's like barely any water in it because it's like sloshed all out, and I was like,
Oh no.
that's funny.
So she's not ready.
She is
no.
not ready.
Just waiting for you, smart cookie. Okay.
I literally don't know. This is like
Okay, we're skipping you.
we can't.
We can because we have 2, and she had. We have 3
Like 3.
actually because she had 2.
Okay, should we just start with your New York trip?
Sure. Okay. I just love New York. I am a down bad theater kid. Like there's been like phases where I try to be like, oh, I'm not a theater kid.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm just
Me
like,
too.
oh, I am. Like,
You gotta own it.
yes. And then I'd be like, and like when I like got into high school, I definitely got more involved with like the choir aspect of it all, and I still am very involved more in choir than I am in like theater, especially since like my freshman year and everything. But when I went to New York, I geeked out. I was just like, oh my gosh, like Lin-Manuel Miranda walked over here. Like Jonathan Groff is literally performing tonight.
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh my
crazy.
goodness.
That
I
is
was
crazy.
like I was like going like I was fangirling so hard. But when I was there, I saw 2 Broadway shows and 1 off Broadway. My first off Broadway was like a Friends parody, and it was good. But then my first Broadway show was called Anne Juliet, and it's not nominated for any Tonys, and I got so upset.
Okay, wait. So is Angela is a jukebox musical?
Full jukebox, like it
Is-
has like
Is there like theming? Is there a theme? Like, do all the songs come from a certain?
It's mainly like Backstreet Boys and like NSYNC, like boy band. Like there's a boy band
band.
theme in it, cause like the family like is like a boy band. Like they were like a retired boy band, and they like come back for like this wedding party. It's just very short and sweet. But like no,
Okay.
there's like Katy Perry's in there, Confidence in there, Since You've Been Gone. Like there, it's just like kind of all random, but it works so well.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, is that the right word? Spectacle? I don't know.
Skeptical. We were thinking too.
Yeah, we had to
We
think
were like-
about it.
But because I was like, I'm a classic Broadway girly. Like when I think of jukebox nights, I'm like, I'm a little nervous because I'm just like, I don't know, but it was really good.
Yeah.
And my favorite one was like, I don't want to spoil it, but my favorite one is like when a character comes back from the dead, literally, and they're like trying to get back together, but she's like, no. That kind of basically just revealed it without saying the names. And it's One Less Problem Without You, like Problem from Ariana Grande. And I Can't Feel My Face. And it's like so amazing.
like
and they're like,
combined.
yeah, it's like One Less Problem with That. And it's like girl power, girl group. And then there's like classic like boy. And then it's like has a spinny stage. Like all of these stages have spinny stages now.
Yeah.
But like it like rises up and there's like a girls like dancing on the like circle thing, and it's like rotating, and there's like boys dancing down there singing 2 separate parts but meshed together. There's smoke and fog coming out of there. The dancers are amazing. The costumes just amazing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like I was sitting there, I was like, and I was like down like low. I think it's called orchestra
Yeah.
tickets where you're like down low, and I was like I was listening, I was like, this is
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds
That sounds-
so cool.
I want to go to Broadway so bad.
Yeah.
I want to see.
It was so good. And
Right.
then I saw the Book of Mormon.
Oh.
And it was good. I love when boys tap dance. I am such a sucker for boys dancing. Yeah, it was really good. There was like 1 or 2 parts where I was just like,
Mm-hmm. I mean,
'Cause-
of course.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it wasn't even like just because I'm a part of the church. It's just because like I don't think any human with like some, I hate saying like morals, but like expectations of life watches that. They're probably just like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you know, like it's just like some things I'm just like, I'm surprised that they're still like even like really talking about it now.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a
the-
crazy show.
It
to
talks
still
about like
be,
human
like,
trafficking, like child trafficking in
on.
it.
Whoa.
It has like a main like plot point in the movie, and I'm just like, not movie, the show.
A
like,
main?
like yeah, like it's like a problem. Like the people down in Africa are doing this, and like the elders like come in and try to like convert them and tell them that it's bad.
Whoa.
And like, and I'm just like, that's where me and my mom we're just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
is like a little like, yeah, it's just really sad. But I love the Turn It Off number. Turn It Off like a light switch. That was so funny. Like they come
Oh.
out tap
Only
dancing.
Heard one song from the Book of Mormon.
It's actually my favorite songs are like obviously like Hello's good, but my favorite song is Turn It Off because it's a major dance number, and like the lights go black and they have a new costume, like
Oh.
Broadway magic,
Ugh.
like right there. And they're
That's
like,
so cool.
then they're still tap dancing, literally still tap dancing. You hear their little taps, and they come out and they're like in sparkly vests and everything,
wow.
and it's just so good.
I love Broadway magic.
I
That's
do
so. It like gives me the chills.
But one time, me and my mom and my aunt, we were all walking. We were like probably going to dinner or like a show or something, and this guy goes up to my mom and was just like. Sorry, I go laugh. This guy goes up to my mom and is just like, "Hey, comedy show tonight. It's free. Like, just hit me up. Like, it's free." She goes, "Oh, sorry, we have plans tonight." He goes, "How about you make plans with me to see my show later tonight?" She goes, "I'll
Whoa.
keep in touch." And we kept walking. Oh my gosh! And Heather was just so iconic for that.
That is.
Was he like a
scary.
stripper?
What?
Was he like a stripper?
No, he was just
Oh.
a random salesman on the
Oh.
street. Like,
It was giving stripper. Like he was like, come to my show tonight.
no, yeah. But yeah, and then I'm trying to think what else I did in New York. I went to Central Park, and that was really fun. Like me and my mom like walked around for hours. Like Central Park is humongous, and also there's not a jungle gym like they fooled us in Jessie. So
I cannot believe this.
yeah, there's not a jungle gym. There's like a little rock thing people climb on, but no, there is a zoo.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Mr. Kipling and Mrs. Kipling are not there.
Wow. So Jesse's just full of lies.
Literally, they don't stay in the Empire State Building. So, I thought they stayed in the Empire State Building. Like, that's where they lived, because you know what it would go,
No.
like, and then they're back in the apartment building.
It's their apartment building. It's not the
No,
Empire State
That's
Building.
like the Empire State Building
It-
on the...
It's like same structure looking, but it's not the
Oh.
Empire State.
It's just like a
That's the
skyscraper.
biggest... dumb idea number 5. Dang. Yeah, so I was there, and I got to see a lot of stuff, like, from Home Alone, Enchanted.
That's so cool.
I went to the zoo there. The Central Park Zoo is so tiny.
I
Like,
would
I
have-
was crying. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, if Carly was here, she would be, like, sobbing.
That's so sad.
And I was just like, it was really tiny, but they did have really cute red pandas.
Mm.
And I thought
Oh
of you.
yeah, you.
I
sent
sent
me a
you,
video.
yeah. While we were there, we went to the a natural human,
The Natural History Museum.
yeah. Where the Night of the Museum
Night
was
of the-
filmed.
I want to go there
Mhm.
so bad.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's way too many cool
You sent me
stuff
pictures
there.
of that too.
Yes,
And I was like,
I have so many pictures on my phone from it. Oh,
I
it's
want to
crazy.
see later.
Yeah. And you like go through all the different parts of the world and all the animals and like humans.
Let's go to New York.
Yeah.
Right now.
yes.
Guys, no, you guys might, if you guys want to come to New York and you guys can see me perform at Carnegie Hall. Like, I'm
I
not
want to.
joking.
Wait, when?
This time next year.
I'm
Sweet.
going.
We will be there.
Okay, let's go.
Navigating
have-
New York.
It's not that
Good
bad.
time.
Really?
I was fine by myself.
By yourself? Like your
No
mom
way.
wasn't with you?
Like my mom,
Sometimes?
like yeah, like she was with me, but she wasn't
You weren't like afraid of people.
no. If
I
you
feel
just
like New York is such a place where you just walk around. I feel like there's
Mhm.
gonna be
especially
less
like
people
in the
trying to
city,
attack you.
yeah, in the city, you're fine.
Yeah, because like
Okay.
walking around where like small towns like this where like people don't walk around, then when you see people, you're like, oh my gosh, they're about to attack me.
Yeah.
Mug me.
Anyways, back to New York. So then I
New
was
York.
at the Natural History Museum, and that was really cool. We saw like fossils, and I touched them, even though you're not supposed to. But I wanted to touch a fossil. Like, isn't that
Jail.
cool? Jail time.
Immediately. Oh,
Throw away
wow.
the key.
And then me and my mom were so tired of walking, and this is like really bad and sad, and I do feel guilty about it at the same time. But we tipped them really good. Those like they have like these carriages with like horses on them,
Yeah.
and you can like pay to like get a like little tour, and like they
Oh, you
just
felt
drag-
bad because the horses?
because of the horses, and I felt
Mhm.
really bad, but we tipped them really good.
But,
So
like,
I
the
hope it goes
Hopefully
back
they'll
to
get
the
some
horses.
little snacks.
Yeah, but so on those like carriage rides, I was literally singing. I was like, "How does he?" I was singing. 'cause
That's
Yeah,
nobody
living
love
out
that
your
song.
Disney princess dreams.
Yes, I was like being enchanted.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I saw the bridge, like the sewer that she came out of. Like,
Oh my gosh, we
Oh.
have to go to New York.
and I was just like, why is nobody else singing here? Like, why is
It's
nobody
like,
else
come on,
singing?
sing with me. This
Yeah.
is a group
Hot
number.
dancing. Like, let's start dancing. Ready? Ball change, jazz square, kick and flick.
Yeah, why
Like,
is New York not just a giant musical number? Like,
I
why
don't
is
get
nobody?
it. It's
Yeah.
fake. Like, New York actually is not real.
It's just a set.
And then we went to the Stardust Diner, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
where the servers sing to you, and they were good, but they're like looking for Broadway jobs. You know
Right.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like
And they
they're
don't.
they're struggling actors. That's
Yeah,
why they
that's
work.
literally what-
That's why they
why
live
they
in
work-
New York.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's why they work there. It's
Mhm.
because they are struggling actors, and they admit to it there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, I kind of want to work here. I felt like I was on Glee. Like, you
I
know,
know.
with like
So fun.
Santana
I would
and
have
Rachel
such a Glee
and
moment.
Finn. Like, cool. The food was actually, the New York food in general, impeccable.
Mm.
Oh, like good.
It
Really?
was so
I was
good.
expecting you to say like bad.
No,
Yeah.
it's so good. But yeah, and I got to know the city very well. I went to the Empire State Building. That was cool.
Didn't see
Um,
Jesse though.
Didn't see Jesse. Didn't see
She,
Debbie
was,
Ryan.
she wasn't up there.
Nope. While I was there, I did go to Radio City Music Hall and stuff like
Mm.
that, and like walked around there and like Rockefeller Center, like where all the bougie
Yeah.
shopping centers
Yeah,
are.
I
Like
wanna
go there.
bougie.
go
I
there
went
so
to the
bad.
biggest Macy's and we went up all the flights and novels, just because that was like the last thing I wanted to do was go
I
to
want to go to
Macy's.
New York like during
I want to
like
go
fall
during
or winter.
Thanksgiving.
If I ever
Yeah.
go to
Mhm.
New York, I'm gonna make so many like music videos, like recreating
Mm.
like
Oh yeah,
things.
like recreating. Yeah.
Like I want to go.
I want to do like I'm such a gleek. I
Yeah.
want to do like recreating when they're on the
You're like-
stairs and they're like
yeah.
singing
Yeah.
like in New York.
Yeah. Or like when they're like on the water fountain and they're all like running around.
Yes. And I'm so excited to go again. Hopefully I get some say in what Broadway show we're going to see because I'm choir president. So I was like, please, let's see this one because I already saw this.
You're gonna be choir president when you go.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be like ending my choir presidency,
Mm.
if that makes sense, because
Mm.
I'll already be graduated. Isn't that crazy?
Oh shoot.
Yeah. I'm
Whoa.
going into
Whoa.
senior year.
That's wild.
What do you?
Yeah.
That's so
And
fun.
then, so yeah, I was going to see Hades Town while I was there, but Jordan Fisher decides to announce that he's going on a little weekend break the weekend I'm
Oh.
in New
course.
York, and I sobbed. I was crying. I was like, oh, I can't see him. Like, I was so sad.
Yeah.
But it was good. All in all, the trip was really good, and I'm so excited to go back. Like, literally on the way home, me and my mom, like, we were already deciding, like, should we go? Should we not go? Let's see how we go. On the way home from New York, my mom is paying for my trip
Oh my gosh.
to go back, and I was just like, this
Whoa.
is amazing. Like, I'm so excited. You guys should definitely come. My mom's coming.
We're going to come.
Mm.
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8. Poetry.
This poem is called A Letter from Your Sister. Gross.
I'm gonna cry.
I know. I won't because I practiced so many times so that I won't cry.
Oh no. Wait, that title already like.
Okay.
He's already tearing up.
Okay, get ready. I love you so much more than even I can comprehend. But do I show it? I feel like an absent parent. I feel like a failure. I feel like you couldn't get to know me even if you wanted to. I'm always here for you. But do you know that? I think about you all the time, longing for a closer relationship, wishing things could have worked out better. But is it my fault? Am I the reason we never speak? Do you know that I watch you from afar every day just wishing you would walk my way, hoping you could ever choose me? But why would you? I haven't given you any reason to, apart from the occasional, good night, I love you. Why don't I say that more? I love you. It's the truest thing I've ever said, and yet the thing I say the least. There's nothing like getting to watch you grow up and turn into a wonderful human being. Nothing like watching it from the outside. Separate. I could have been there with you all along for the ride. I still could. But the selfishness that keeps me doing literally anything else won't stop winning. I'm just so busy. I tell that to myself all the time. Maybe it's an excuse, or maybe it's true. But then why is my screen time 14 hours a day? 14 hours I could have been with you. If someone were to ask you if I loved you, would you honestly be able to say yes? Would you be able to look back at the time we spent together and say yes? That is my greatest regret. I'm sorry for not actually being there. I'm sorry for all those times I bailed on you, and I'm sorry that when you picture family movie night, I'm not there. I want to be there. I love you so much, and I promise to show it.
Oh my gosh, that was deep.
That was.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that was heart wrenching.
Do you know how many times I cried when I was writing this?
Oh,
So
yeah.
many times.
Like, guys, I thought we were gonna be like,
Guys,
I should have probably like.
I probably should have wrote like a more meaningful one. Like, these aren't that meaningful. Like, this is like 8th grade song project.
guys, I'm like
Oh.
shaking. That was
That
like
was so
That
like,
was
too much.
beautiful.
this is bad. Oh, guys, I don't
Do
know.
these have names?
What? No.
Okay.
Well, this one was called Driving.
Okay.
But I didn't put the whole thing in there because I just thought we were doing like a little snippet.
Oh.
I'm
if you have
so
the whole
sorry.
thing.
Well, it's on my computer at home.
Oh.
We were both driving on the road. We got so close no line was shown. I started to question everything I knew. But then you were someone who was gone, but you are still known. That was from 8th
Wow.
grade. Like,
That was good.
Thank you, guys. Oh, we didn't do snaps for Anna. That just
We
gets
couldn't,
this.
yeah.
Anyways, and then this is from. It's so cringy. It's like a little pickup line, a little bit. It says, "Roses are red and violets are blue, and every time I look at you, I feel brand new."
Aw, cute. That's cute.
Oh, thanks.
My poem is unfinished, but it's called Maybe.
The best poems are, you know?
Yeah.
Or like that could be not the best poems are, but like that could be like part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's called Maybe Someday.
I
And
think I-
each section is to a separate person in my life. I don't know if I'm going to share. I'll
Yeah,
share
we
it to
don't-
you guys.
I
but
think I.
maybe someday we can all look back and laugh. Maybe someday it won't feel this bad. And maybe we can talk again, and maybe I could love again. But that won't be today, so maybe someday. Maybe someday. Maybe someday I can open up to you. Maybe someday you'll see all love is true. And maybe it won't be so bad, and maybe you won't be as mad. But that won't be today, so maybe someday. Maybe someday. Maybe someday the world will know our names. Maybe someday we'll reach all of our dreams. And maybe we will stay this close, 'cause you're the one I love the most. But that won't be today. So maybe someday, maybe someday. Maybe someday you'll get to see the world. Maybe someday my place will be reserved. And maybe you won't forget me, and maybe we will all be free, but that won't be today. So maybe someday, maybe someday.
These are so sad. Like, Anna's crying.
No.
This segment went really sad.
I was not expecting it to
I
be
was
this
not.
deep.
Me either.
Usually there are more lighthearted like the ones that
Yeah.
Kenna did.
Oh,
No, I'm a different person now.
Our next thing to talk about is our like first travel stories. Like what was your like first vacation?
First
Oh,
vacation ever. I was 1 year old.
I was 10.
really?
We didn't go on vacations.
Honestly, I think I would have preferred for my first vacation to be while I was older so I could
Yeah.
I could appreciate it more because I've been going on vacation since I was birthed, you know? So
Mhm.
I feel like
You're like a vacation family.
yeah, I feel like I don't appreciate it as much.
I went to Utah to help my brother move, but we didn't like I did stuff, but it wasn't like a vacation. It's mainly focused
Mhm.
on like my brother moving into college, and that's when I fell in love with Utah.
Mhm.
But my first vacation that I really like remember that like we all sat down and like went was like 2 years ago actually. We went on a cruise
Mm.
to Cozumel and Progreso, Mexico. And that was so much fun. Like, I loved the cruise ship. I ate so much food and I didn't even care. Those calories did
Yeah.
not count.
Mhm.
No.
But I just, yeah, it was so much fun. There's a pool, but it was always packed there. Like, the pool was always packed. It was mainly about, like, laying out and, like, going to, like, comedy shows that they had on the boat and, like, little activities. I did get seasick a lot. Like, if you're in the front or the back of the boat, you get motion. I'm like prone to motion sickness, and so that's the part I didn't like about it. But no, it was really fun. I wish that like when we went off to like the ports and everything, I kind of wish we went like shopping more, like had more time to go
Mhm.
shopping around like at the little like shops and everything, because they were like really fun and they had some like cute little stuff and souvenirs. But at one of the ports in Cozumel, I went and I was swimming with dolphins, and that was like my
So
mom's
cute.
dream, and it was just so
Aw.
cute to watch like my mom
Aww.
like have her little dream with her favorite animal, like.
That's so cute.
Thank God it's like swim with dolphins, but it was like still really sad because I'm like animal abuse. I'm
Mm.
not here for animal abuse. I love animals. That like sounds so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
But then another one was like we had did like a little like trip thing around Progresso, and we went to like a natural lake, which was really nice, like those natural pools. And I kind of wish we stayed there the whole time because those were fun. And there was another one. I actually don't remember what we did at the second location, but there was like alligators, like wild alligators there.
Oh.
Like we saw a baby alligator, and it smelled terrible.
Oh.
And I was just so scared that I was like, I wanted to go back on the boat. Like I was like, I'm gonna get eaten by an alligator. Like I am so scared. Oh, that was on the way to the natural pools. Yes, because now I'm remembering. And then we went to like the Maya ruins. Are they the ones in Mexico from like the industrial times?
Cool.
And yeah, we were there, and my dad was going crazy because he's a history teacher, and so he was telling us all about it. And I can't tell you anything about it now. But yeah, and we got to like hike up them, and then we went to like a beach area, and we had like authentic Mexican food and stuff. But the beach was really sad because there was like poisonous fish that were like, because it was high tide. And so there's like poisonous fish and jellyfish, and so we couldn't really get in the water. It was kind of sad. And then I was supposed to go to Utah this summer, but I don't think it's ended up happening because I'm going to go end up probably trying to go down to Dallas, and I need to save money. But I'm going to go to Utah sometime by my senior year because I want to take like senior pictures there because I want to go to school out there and everything like that.
Okay, my first vacation was also a cruise.
Ooh, yes.
We went.
They're just so.
I could never go on a cruise.
Really?
That sounds horrifying.
Cruises are so fun.
They're fun, and they're actually not that expensive.
No,
Did
it
you
sounds
know-
scary.
We went to the Bahamas
Ooh.
on our.
Oh, what I was gonna say was, did you know that it was cheaper to go on a cruise ship for your retirement than an actual retirement home is?
I did know that.
Oh yeah, I
actually.
saw one thing.
So
Like
maybe
just
we
retire
should-
on a cruise ship
Yeah.
and
We'll be
die
good.
on the cruise.
That happens so
They
much.
hide- yeah, people die on cruises all the time.
They
No.
keep them
They're
there.
just there.
Yeah.
Because like,
Because
what
what
else
are
they gonna do?
you gonna do with them?
If I died on a cruise ship, I'd be like, throw me in the ocean. That's freaking sick.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to freaking be part of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like decompose.
Actually, yeah. When I die, just like put me in the ocean.
Don't we put like your ashes
Is
in
that
the ocean
allowed?
or just full Aaron in the ocean?
full Aaron in the ocean.
Yeah, we went. We went. I think it was like 7 day. How long
Yeah.
was yours? 7 days.
Yeah, 5 or 7.
And we went to 3 different islands. And the first one was Nassau, and that's where we swam with dolphins. And that was really fun. So yeah, that was pretty much the only thing we did in Nassau. And on the ship, I think cruise ships are so fun because like it's just like a little floating city.
Yeah.
It's like eating food all the time. Like
Ice cream, 24-hour ice cream.
always.
Mm.
All the food was obviously so good. And like we had these like fancy dinners. Did you go to like fancy dinners?
Yes, and you had to like dress up for them.
Yeah, you had to
Wait,
dress up
you
for
have to
fancy
dress up,
dinners.
like, they're like, you have to be like, okay, today is black tie night.
Yeah,
And you had to
they
like
had,
dress
like-
up in black tie.
mhm.
Like people came in with like prom dresses.
And that's also where I first tried like seafood ever.
I had tried
And
seafood,
I was
and
like-
I-
And then we also went to like 2 other islands. One was like owned by like the cruise ship company, Half Moon Cay. And that was my favorite one because like the sand was like white and so soft.
I need to go like on a
Mm.
beach.
It was like you were just
that I
like
can actually
walking
go
on
beach
like
on. 'Cause the only beach I've been to was that one beach.
wow.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe I'll just crush your trip in Florida.
I've never been like stepped on like soft sand. I stepped on
It's-
like hard like
Yeah, no, it was
shelly
like
sand.
it was like walking
Ugh.
on a cloud.
Sounds so
And there was
magical.
like no like fish really in
Mhm.
the water, so like I was like,
I'm kind of
happy,
scared of the
but-
ocean.
oh yeah, it's
Oh,
biggest fear ever.
100.
So yeah, we
Sorry.
there. But one little story about Half Moon Cay is that like there was like no fish right when we were swimming, but I swear, and no one believes me. Like none of my family believes me. But like I was like looking down in the water, and I swear I saw like a stingray, like a live like wild stingray, like
Oh,
just swim
Oh my gosh.
and like graze my leg. I flipped out and I ran because you can't really run in
Yeah,
water, but I ran
Like
out of
Chottle.
there. And I was like, there's a stingray right over there. I
saw a
swear.
stingray in Mexico. Like,
I'm not saying there, but like at that beach,
yeah, it's
there was
just
like
very
no,
rare.
there was no
Wildlife?
fish there,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Are you sure? Like you probably just like like it could have been something.
Like seaweed or something.
And I was like,
that.
no, like I swear, like
I
it
love
was
like
the
petting
exact.
the stingrays at the
Oh.
zoo.
And like I went right back to that spot, and it was just like gone.
That's crazy.
And there was like nothing, and I was like, I'm scared. And then the
Right.
last island we went to was the Grand Turk, and that one was where we like actually snorkeled, and that I
Yeah.
think that was like where I fell in love with like the ocean and all its
Yeah.
creatures and like learning about it, because it's so beautiful and it's so fascinating, and it's just like
Mhm.
it's so cool. But I haven't like
I definitely need to go back
snorkeled.
to the ocean.
I guess I snorkeled in Hawaii, but like it wasn't as like crazy as that island we went to. So
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't remember my first vacation.
Oh, okay, do the first or your favorite vacation or your like.
So I'm trying to think of like a vacation. Like, okay, most of my vacations kind of like blend together.
Mhm.
So it's like really hard for me to tell you like a story. So I'll just say something that I remember from one time when I went to Disney. My cousins all went too. And it was super fun because they never went. And so we rented a house while we were there instead of staying in a hotel. And that was really cool. There I loved like just sitting in the kitchen. Also, there was like we like each shared a room with one person.
Mhm.
And I shared a room with my cousin. There was a regular bed and then there was like a little toddler like princess bed. And we both could have shared the regular bed. But I was like, no, I want to sleep in that toddler bed. And my feet were like hanging off. I wasn't a toddler. Okay. But it was like, I was just like, I think that's so fun. And so I just slept in it. And it had like a little canopy, but it was like plastic. So it was like a plastic canopy because it was like a plastic, like a race car bed, but it was princess.
Hmm.
And then canopy.
Yes.
And
That-
then, so for the first night, like I slept in that bed by myself. And then the second night, she slept in that bed with me.
And so the regular bed is just dope.
It was cramped because, you know,
Yeah. You guys aren't.
we're already
babies.
too big for it. But it was fun. It was a fun experience. And honestly, I don't remember the actual, like, trip, like, being with them
Mhm.
in
Like
the
in
parks.
Disney?
I just remember, like, in that house. And so he, like, uses his
Should we hold
magic
hands?
finger to...
Hold hands with Anna.
Why are we holding hands?
I don't know.
Okay.
La la la.
Okay.
Okay. I want to go to Hawaii so bad. I might go to school out there. I've been thinking about it.
Whoa.
I'm gonna apply, cause BYU, like Brigham Young University, like the LDS school, they have one in Provo, which is like my number one choice, and then they have one in Hawaii, and they have one in Idaho, and like the hardest one to get into is the Hawaii one, and then Provo, and then Idaho, everyone gets in. But I was like, I'm just gonna apply to all three. Like, if I get into BYU Hawaii,
Literally take me with you.
I will.
That sounds like a
Like,
dream.
And I just like I looked at like their stuff, and I just study like health sciences, like basic health sciences and stuff. But if I lived in Hawaii, like I'd be in the beach every single day. I would be so tan.
I would be scared to, like, be on an island because I'm scared of
I am scared of.
hurricanes.
Oh, I'm scared of volcanoes.
Oh, that too.
Just don't go on the ones with volcano.
Yeah.
But you might be on
Yeah.
the Big Island, which is
Mhm.
where I went.
Isn't it like a dormant volcano?
Nope, it erupted like a year before we went. So,
Then why are people there?
and then when we left, it
Erupted.
erupted again.
Yeah.
I think, or
But
like signs of eruption was starting.
there-
Why
it's
are people
just
there?
So beautiful.
It's it's like out of this world. Like
like I just
Wait.
even-
Volcanoes don't even feel real. Like,
no,
this like
like what?
thing that just like erupts lava.
Like we're out here and we're just see fields and like sometimes a little good thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Like boom, hot lava. Hurricane through.
Yeah, like that sounds like
Oh my god.
crazy.
whenever I was like had like this few month thought I was gonna be a marine biologist, I was
Yes.
like looking at schools in Hawaii,
Yeah.
and it was like Hawaii or Florida I was gonna go to,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, that would be crazy if I just moved out to Hawaii like by myself.
I think Loki, you should. I told
All by yourself?
No, like if I go
We
out
can
to
all just go to
Hawaii-
Hawaii.
No, I'm
Yeah.
being so serious, Aaron. Like if I go out to school in Hawaii, can you just come with me? Like, would you come with me?
I don't know. That sounds
Mm.
stressful. Like I would,
Mm-hmm.
but like, what would I do out there?
I would just say study. Like just go out to like, but just like being like marine biologist and just enjoying your time with like water and like the creatures. I'm just like that just sounds so fascinating. Like I get why people want to do that.
Yeah. Marine biology is like I was like really thinking. Like I was like
Mhm.
close. I think I might have like even started applying for something.
Wow.
I was like no, because I think it's not what I really want, and I can study the ocean without being a marine biologist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I went to Hawaii last year in May, and it was such a fun experience. It was really beautiful the whole time. It like felt like I was just like in like
paradise.
Yeah, but it also felt like I was just like in Outer Banks too.
Yes.
I was like listening to like the soundtrack of Outer Banks like the whole time,
Like,
and I was like, okay, I'm literally.
No,
literally here.
I like that's how like I felt like being in New York. I was just like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, I'm literally like in all of these TV shows right now. Like
Yeah.
I am the girl in the city. I am literally Riley Matthews. I am Rachel Berry. Like I am all these people that take
Yes.
place in New York. And like when I went to Utah, like I was literally inside the high school of
Mhm.
High School Musical, and I'm just
Musical.
like, I
What?
am Sharpay Evans.
I am Sharpay Evans.
No, what? That sounds
Yeah,
so
you can
cool.
go in there.
But one of the craziest things I can say I've ever done in my life was in Hawaii, and it was swimming with manta rays.
What are those?
Giant, and I mean giant, like 20 feet
Stingrays?
long stingrays.
Except they
my
don't sting you.
Oh, that's nice.
But they're like the smallest, not the smallest ones, but like they can go past like from
Your-
fingertip to fingertip.
Oh wow.
Like bigger than that.
Bigger is better.
And that was the craziest thing because I didn't really want to do it, but like I was like I'm going to regret it. And like I'm going to Hawaii. When am I ever going to do this again?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like I'm going to go on
Yeah.
this excursion.
That's how my mom was. I was like, oh, I really like the sweatshirt, but it's $80. She goes, buy it, girl.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Dad's
when are
credit
you
When
card.
are
gonna
you
be
ever
back?
going to get
Yeah.
to buy this again?
I know.
When are you ever going to get to do this thing
Next
again?
year, because my mom
All right.
bought them.
Anyways. So we went on this little, not little, but like boat into the open ocean. Like it wasn't like,
Oh my gosh, that sounds magical.
it
Like,
wasn't, yeah. So like once you get out there and like, it was like not choppy, but like it was like
wavy, yeah.
wavy. And so like when we were standing on the boat, we were like almost falling off the boat.
Oh my gosh.
And so like we got our wetsuits on. So I was like, I feel like I'm just like in a movie right now. And then we got our little snorkel gear. And then we got, so it's kind of awkward and embarrassing the way you do it. Because like they have these flotation devices that are the lights that like are blue lights, which attract what they eat.
Oh,
And so you hang on to that with your hands. And then
the light
the light.
that
float-
attracts the.
Yep.
That's
Get ready. It gets crazier. So you hang on to that. And also you have to swim to it. We're in the not middle of the ocean. You can see the land. Like we're like
Yeah.
next to like this like thing, but like
You're out pretty
it's
far.
meters down. Like I'm pretty sure they said it was like 40,
47.
47?
not 47, but I'm pretty sure it was like 40 meters
Wow.
Deep?
down and deep. You could see the bottom, but it was far. And you could only see it because of the light too. But like you
I'm
get
trying to do
in
math,
this
but I can't.
black,
That's
ocean.
1,200 feet, right?
Yeah, because it's nighttime.
you get into this black ocean with, and like you're swimming, like they give you pool noodles because that's also part of the way you have to stay. So you get to the part you have to
Do you
swim
have a
from.
life jacket on? Or are you just in
Nope.
a suit?
Yep.
This is why I'm scared of the ocean.
Yeah, you.
No, you should have like a
It's
rope
just.
life jacket. Like it's like a
Mhm.
life jacket, and then like you're like tethered to it, so you can like float down a little bit. But like,
No, you don't need to. Because there's no life vest. It's just the pool floaty and the light
do you
thing
have
you're
to
hanging
sign a
on to.
waiver?
I don't know. I didn't.
I
So
feel
we're
you.
swimming from the boat to this light thing. So we swim out there, and then they tell us we have to hang on with our hands to the light thing, and we have to roll the pool noodle to our ankles. So like we're flat on the water, and we have to stay there. So it's like
But you're like
keeping-
face down on the water.
You're
like,
face down on
floating
the water,
top of the water.
holding on.
Oh,
like this.
Oh, so you're like dead man float, but the pool noodles on the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like you're staying afloat and you're like straight, and then like we waited a little bit, and then like some of the manta rays started coming, and I was like, I'm about to poop my pants. Like,
I would too. I would be pissing already. Like,
but I'm not even kidding. They touch you. They swim across your face and like across your body, and they get so close to you because that's where the food is.
no,
And
I wouldn't do this.
Did you have like a air tank, like an oxygen tank?
No.
Did you have like just like a regular snorkel? Just like
Yeah, it was just a snorkel thing. But those things were awful. Like it was
I don't
not
like.
really
Do
working.
you ever try
I
to
can
use
imagine.
snorkels at like the pool and you're like
Yeah.
choking?
No, I would be so scared.
I would not be doing that.
It was
Like I would be hauling.
crazy. Yeah, my grandparents went with us, but they stayed and my mom stayed. It was just me, my dad, and Marcy.
Yeah, I would be them.
Like I was like, I don't know if I want to do that because that sounds terrifying. But I was like, I would regret it, and I was scared. I didn't want to be there, but I do not regret being there.
Yeah.
It was so crazy.
Mhm.
Also, while we were on there, like we couldn't, like if we, like obviously the rule is like with any kind of wild animal, like you can't touch them, but they can touch you.
Yeah.
So that was kind of why we were like flat on the water, because like we couldn't like just swim around. So like if you lost like the pool noodle, you would have to like come out of the water and like say something. They like told us to say something, but I was like, no, this pool noodle is staying attached to my ankles. Like if it gets lost, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I was.
And it's choppy. Like,
We were like wave like bumping, and like the waves would like sometimes like get into our snorkel
Snorkel?
thing.
What?
Sometimes I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die tonight.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like so scared because like whenever like the manta rays were like kind of gone a little bit and like you could see straight to the bottom, I was like, what if there's just a shark there? Like what if there's just
no.
what if there's just a shark swimming there and it just like comes up and like eats me?
But they don't want to eat people. Like they don't. No, like they only eat people because they
I
think
don't
it's
care.
their food.
I don't care. But yeah, we got back and I was like, my mind was like boggled. I was like, that was insane.
The thing about like doing things like that, like while they're happening, it's like that is so cool. But then like as soon as it's over, I feel like it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's not real. I didn't do
Yeah.
that. I didn't just do that.
Yeah, it was a crazy experience. It almost made me think like, would I do a shark cage?
No,
No.
I would not do a
Would
shark
I?
cage. I would not do a shark cage. No.
For the
no.
plot, would I do it? Maybe. But
I feel like I can see like 75-year-old Aaron. He's about to like
75.
croak. He's about to like croak and like get me in that shark cage.
give me in that shark cage.
You would probably have a heart attack.
Oh yeah. No, if
So
That's
then
how
all
we
they
put
have
him out
to
of
do
his
is like you
misery.
die in there.
and they're
in the
like,
cage.
all
And
right.
all they have to
Okay,
do is
open
open
it
open
and
No,
the
they
you're
wouldn't.
hatch.
They wouldn't even need the cage at that point. They just throw
Yeah.
me in there.
That's how you die. It's like, oh, Aaron, rest in peace. Okay, now we're gonna do his 2 dream shark cage. and
Like
be
you don't even
tossing
need
you
to
in.
give me like. I just put on my best clothes. I don't even need like a snorkel thing. I just jump in there.
Well, but then you would like drown.
Yep.
So you're basically just
No,
But you said you were
that's-
scared of drowning, so like you would not want to do that.
Oh, true.
You
But
would-
at that point,
But then
would
you
I
would- you
really
would-
care? Last like final thing, one place you
What?
could ever go to that you've
Like,
never been
been
to.
before?
And no explanation.
No
just
explanation,
choose
just
it.
like
no
the place.
explanation. Athens, Greece,
Ooh.
or like a
That
Europe
feels very
cruise,
specific.
or like a European cruise. Like I
Okay,
want to go to
okay.
Europe.
Mine. Oh, Japan.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm gonna try to choose things you guys haven't chose because those both sound like like really stellar options. I'm gonna go to Italy.
Yeah,
Mm,
Italy's good.
I was thinking that too. So yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for going
yeah,
to
yeah.
New York, so we have a topic to talk about.
Yes, and we'll do this again next year.
Yeah, same time, same day.
Yep,
Exactly.
exactly. Actually, I think I'll probably still be in New York.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, right now I'll be in New
Oh.
York, or I'll be like coming back from New York.
maybe we'll just
Or
do
I'll
the
be
podcast
just performing.
in New York.
Yeah. We'll do
Wouldn't
it
that be
in-
so fun?
Yeah.
Crazy.
In our hotel room.
Yes.
Oh, Wait, we should do that if we can. So thank you all so much for listening or watching or whatever. Or whatever you're doing.
I'm definitely a watcher on podcasts. Oh my gosh, I'm such a yapper. I need to stop. I'm just gonna stop crying. Okay, bye guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Peace out. No, that's
Oh my gosh, I'm such a yapper. I'm so sorry. I feel like this was the longest one ever.